Hi guys, Tracy here with yet another Project Life Process video. I am filming and posting 4 in a row for you guys, so this is the third one. This one will cover June 27th till July 3rd in my life, and for this one I'm using 2 Scraptastic This Life Noted kits. I'm using the June kit and add-on, and then I'm using the kit for April without the add-on. So let's get started. Here we are. I have my photos already printed and I'm just familiarizing myself with the April kit. So this is the April This Life Noted kit from the Scraptastic Kit Club. And I also still have the June kit out. So I've kind of gone back in time. Jessica was kind enough to send me an April kit for me to get started with. I told her that I was doing Project Life and missing the This Life Noted kits, and I've really missed them. I've been using Becky Higgins core kits for the past several weeks that I've been documenting, and I just find that they're not laid out the way that I need them to be in order to scrapbook these 2x2 photos. So I'm loving these cards that have the spaces in just the right place and the journaling in just the right place. So my first step in this process is to lay out my photos. And this week has more photos than usual because there's Canada Day and there's also saying goodbye to Sophia. And then I didn't want to forget the smaller moments like Rib Fest and getting my hair cut and a soccer game and a book I'm reading, just because that's why I do Project Life. Also, I know I'm going to do a layout for Rib Fest. I know I'm going to do a layout for Canada Day. And I think I've already done a layout for saying goodbye to Sophia. And so if I haven't, it's on the docket. So my second step after I've put all of the photos out is I'm finding cards to put under each of the photos. And as I do that, you'll notice that I actually removed a couple of photos. I need to have, first of all, I need to have some space for journaling for this spread because I have a lot to say this time. So I need to make sure that I have lots of room for it. And second of all, it can't be so busy. So if I need to put all of those photos on, I would do an insert as well. But some of the photos, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do 12x12 layouts for, so it's okay if I don't have them in my Project Life as well. Typically I don't do both, but every once in a while I'll both Project Life and scrapbook an event. So that's it. I'm going to change this one a few times, actually, the layout on this one. So that's my first idea, and I don't know why I always start at the bottom. I just always do. And so I want these photos to look like they just kind of landed that way. And so, of course, it takes me a while to make them look like they accidentally fell that way. And I'll come back to that card in a moment. I just wanted to get those down while I had the idea. Sometimes I'm impulsive and I just want to do something while I'm thinking of it because I'm afraid that I'll forget if I don't. So I did a lot of this journaling off camera by mistake, and this is some journaling. I'll read you everything and show you the cards up close at the very, very end. But I wanted to do the journaling. The journaling is about the book that I'm reading, and I wanted to do it on that journaling card, the World journaling card. And now there's the screenshot of the Audible book. I'm both reading it in print version and Audible. I'm kind of reading it over and over and over again. Like I keep going back and listening to the chapters that I've already read, just because I think he's a really good storyteller and I enjoy listening to him in the car. I need to get more books that are narrated by him. I don't know if he does any others, but anyhow, I will show you that card when we get to it, when I show you it at the end, because it was basically just I glued the photo onto the card and added a caption, and that's it. So here I'm shuffling some of the cards around, and you'll see where they landed the next time that I zoom out, I guess. And I'll talk a little bit about why I moved them the way that I did, mostly because I was trying to spread the color around the page a little bit better. And I was a little bit confused about the timeline. I kind of forgot that Canada Day fell on a Friday. So part of these cards should have been on the week before or something, or Yeah, I got mixed up about where Canada Day should be. It should be in the middle of this week because my cards run from Monday till Sunday. So yeah, Canada Day should have been in the middle, and I don't know what I was thinking, but. So I grabbed from my stash, I grabbed this set of crepe paper border stickers. They might be October afternoon. They look kind of October afternoonish, don't they? Yeah, they might not be crepe paper. Anyhow, I love border stickers, and people don't make them anymore. Like, you used to be able to get a set of just border stickers, and they don't really do that anymore. They used to come with every single kit that crepe paper made, and it looks like maybe October afternoon too. So then I just took a card that I was pretty sure I wasn't going to use, just because I needed something white to do my journaling on. And I did my journaling and cut it into 2 little strips. It says shopping at Urban Kids. And now I'm taking this epoxy sticker with the ampersand on it. That's from the Life Noted collection from Pink Fresh Studio. And I just put it up there in the big negative space or empty space in the picture of Olivia with the dress on. And then I took another piece of the border sticker and stuck it on over here on the left side. And I have a bit more journaling. It says, yes, that's Liv in a dress, because she's quite a tomboy and she wanted to try on a dress. We bought it for a trip to Toronto. And Urban Kids is a very low-end clothing store for children. My kids are really, they mostly shop in the ladies' stores these days, but they could fit in some of the larger sizes at this store. We just discovered it. So her friend had gone to it and so she wanted to stop there. We went in and everything was like super, super cheap, like $3 for shorts and $2 for shirts and $15 for dresses. It was unbelievable. So I'm sure they're not the best quality clothes in the world, but they will do for a season anyways. So then I took this photo of the soccer game. It's not a great photo of the soccer game, but it's the story that I really wanted to document. I thought about not including this photo because it's really not a great one. And my husband takes professional photos of soccer, and so we'll get a nicer picture. But I really wanted to capture the story, so I put it so that the photo covered the flowers on that card, and then I put my journaling in gray above. And I chose gray because I didn't want the journaling to compete with the dark writing that was on the card. So this card says things we do, and I just spelled out the word Ribfest so that I could figure out which letter was in the middle. It turned out to be the F, and so I start with the F and then I work out from that so that this word will be centered on the photo. And I think that might be all I do for that one. For now anyways, I might come back to it. So here's this sky card, which I had originally chosen for the soccer photo. And so I'm sitting here kind of thinking about, well, what am I going to do with this card? It seems like it needs to be a filler card, because as I mentioned, this is a busy page. There's a lot going on this page. And so I really like that cute little bug, but it's not going to work there. And then that's not going to work either. So I thought I'd pull out some chipboard pieces, but they just weren't appealing to me at this point. I turned it over and I kind of do like that quote. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to do something with the quote. So I pulled out my heart chipboard pieces. I just keep them in a little case beside my other chipboard pieces that are on the cardstock backgrounds. And the heart alone was just a little bit too plain. So I took this red washi tape. And the reason I picked this washi tape is that it's a reddish pink. And there's red higher up on this layout, but there's no red down on the bottom line. And so this brings the red down and helps me spread the color around. I seem to be coming down with a cold as I speak, like literally. I get more and more symptoms as I narrate. I lost my voice in the previous video, and now in this one, I just had a huge sneezing attack. So we'll see if I get all 4 of these videos narrated tonight or not. Anyhow, this is a crazy photo. of, it's one of those Snapchat filters. And my daughter was taking pictures of our hairstylist. She's also a friend of our family. And so we see her outside of the hair salon too. And so my daughter was showing her, she doesn't have Snapchat herself, but I let her use my Snapchat just for the filters. And so I took this picture, this screenshot of their Snapchat, and I thought it was kind of hilarious that we've got our hairdresser as this like crazy safari animal or whatever. So I thought it would make a cute card to say, like, just another average day at the head shop or something like that with these crazy safari animal people instead of regular people. And so I thought that would make a funny or a cute card. So I'm spelling out the word average, and these are some leftover letter stickers from, I'm pretty sure they're from the Finley collection from Glitz Designs. And I love them. I really love that really cool whimsical font, and I really like the white on the black tile sticker. And so I'm going to try to use my best handwriting to spell out just another or just an. And then so it'll go just an average day, and then I'm going to write at the head shop. And I almost ran out of space, but I managed to fit it in there. Of course, because shop is spelt the old-fashioned way, so that's why I almost ran out of space. And now I took a phone call and turned off my video camera while I took the call. But while I did the call, I started doodling on this card. And so I thought I would finish it off on camera so that you could see just the process of doodling. I'm just tracing around the outside edges of each of these scallops, and I like how that looks. I really liked the card as it was, but I think the black just gives it that much more emphasis and makes it that much more interesting. It doesn't look kind of like a single tone card anymore. It has that detail of the black. I really like it. And so I'm going to put the photo over to the side to allow myself a little bit more space for journaling. And this is my antisocial cat who hates people. Can't you tell? She actually is antisocial, and she really does hate people, except for when I'm scrapbooking and the camera is on. Then she loves me. Seriously, any other time that I try to pay attention to this cat, she walks away and hides and like won't come near me. So she is like crazy. I don't know what got into her, but she just won't. And I can't resist, right? So I even take a video. I'm like, look, Scott, the Nixie is actually wanting to be touched. So I had to send Scott a little video. So it distracted me a little bit from my outlining process here, but I'll get back to it. Look at her. I literally can't do my journaling because she's like knocking my hand and stuff. So there, the bottom line is done, and now I'm moving up. Just have to make sure that I have all the letters I need to spell out the word Canada. And so these are more of those letter stickers from the Finley collection that are left over from Glitz Designs. It was a Christmas themed, although it was just barely Christmas themed. It definitely could be used outside of Christmas. Collection. It had paper and stickers and embellishments and stuff. And I loved that collection. I loved it because it paired red with that really vibrant lime green and some blacks as well. And oh, I loved that collection. It was awesome. So I just had to space those letters out a little tiny bit more, and now I'm going to outline them. And I can't tell which pen I'm using. I think I'm using my Superfine pen. And all the pens that I'm using in these 4 videos are Faber-Castell Pitt pens. I have the fine, super fine, medium, and brush point. And the brush gives a really bold outline. And so that's what that looks like. I think it looks really nice. I like the chunky font. And I'm going to do something a little bit different for me. I'm going to stamp. Look at me stamping on stuff. So I have a mini Misty, which is the most incredible stamp tool invented. And thank you to Ileana for sending me this. I love it. And I love that it's small. I don't know why it makes a difference, but it just makes it psychologically easier for me to use. I don't know why. I would never, ever, ever pick up my regular Misty for this kind of a project, but I don't know. I guess because it doesn't take up much space on my work surface or whatever. So I'm just using the baby wipe here to try to get all the stays on, because I'm using stays on because this card has a glossy surface. These are letter stickers that came in the April This Life Noted kit. And I love the font. I just love almost all fonts. And so you'll notice that these stamps, they're sticky buggers, and they keep pulling up my card. And then I keep forgetting to realign my card before I see what I did there. See, I aligned it, and then but I didn't align it. I just put the stamp down and then I picked it up and I stamped it, and of course it's in the wrong place. So totally user error there. I made some cards with this Misty tool and they turned out amazing. I love this tool. And I don't care that my letters are all off and crooked and stuff. It's because I'm like so distracted by my cat that's like making love to my scrapbook supplies while I'm working. So, but it looks, whimsical and handmade and whatnot. I like it. And the nice thing about the most incredible stamp tool ever is that you can double stamp. So even though my letters are crooked, I double stamped them because my ink pad is not very juicy and I have to double stamp in order to get it that nice vibrant black color. And so I was able to stamp in exactly the same spot each time. Now I just cut off another strip from that cut apart piece that has a few pattern strips on it, and I'm layering one of the words phrase stickers from the April kit with one of those cut apart strips. And I'm also going to throw in a label from my stash that's a Martha Stewart label. And those three look really cute together. And I'll come back at the very end and add some glitter hearts to that, because it's Canada Day and you need glitter hearts. So here I am going up to the top layer now, the top row of cards. And these two cards kind of go together. It's the car ride to the airport and then our last family photo with Sophia. And so I'm having a look at the cards to see, or not the cards, but the stickers to see which stickers I know I want to do some layering, especially on this one. So I took this green sticker with the 3 tulips and I'm putting that there. And then I need something to layer on top of it. So I just took this little pink banner and it's got like a wood grain and then a star on it. And then there are some cute little things that came with this kit. And I thought about using that frame right there, but no, I'm not. The reason I don't want to use the frame is I actually don't want to cover up the airport in the background. Like I want that sign behind us that says departures, and there were people, like it's just kind of part of the memory of saying goodbye to her, was that like my memory of all those little details in the airport, like there were some people singing behind them, and I those are all very vivid for me and I want to keep that in the photo. So this says our last car selfie, and I added a little cut apart down there that says making the best of it. And so we were really sad getting in the car, but I'm like, okay, let's take a car selfie because that's our thing. Every time we go out, we turn on the music and we sing along and we take a car selfie. And so I thought just because we're going to the airport to say goodbye to Sophie doesn't mean that we shouldn't do that. So we did it. And now I'm just, again, starting in the center and spelling out the word goodbye with those October afternoon little stickers. They're cute little stickers. I didn't like them at first. I mean, I didn't dislike them, but I didn't love them as much as I love them now. So it says saying goodbye is definitely the worst. So here are all of the cards pretty much finished, but I have to add some details. So I'll start by adding a tulip on this field. I mean, it's a really big empty field. Like my daughter is a tiny little speck in that photo. So I have to kind of do something there. And then that floral piece will look nice right with those, you know, safari animal people from Snapchat. And then this says this story, and that's going to go in my book. So that makes sense. And then the sun. Oh, I love that little acrylic sun. But I can't get it to look nice anywhere. There are a few places I could have put it if I really wanted to, but if I put it there, I'm really just using it to use it, and I don't want to do that. I want to use something because I want it to be there, not just to use it up. So I'm not going to put that sun there. There it goes. And I'm having a look at the stickers and just making sure I didn't miss anything or forget anything, or, you know, if something is like the perfect message for a story that I started or a photo that I have. So I used my tiny attacher to stick that flower right under Tina's chin. And I'm going to put the word new over the ampersand. It's a wood veneer piece that came in the April kit. This Life Noted kit from Scraptastic, and it's because it's new clothes. So, and then I'll glue down the tulip, glue down these wood veneer phrases. This one says this story. And is there anything else? Yes, I thought a cloud, a wood veneer cloud, because, you know, there's a bit of a cloud over us that day. Then I thought I'd take the heart from the center of the cloud and maybe put it on Sophia's chest. That would be cool. But it ends up being way too close to Sophie's face. I know it's confusing. We have a daughter named Sophia. So, no, we have a daughter named Sophie. It's very confusing. And so, anyhow, I decided to put that flower up by the word, or that heart up by the word worst. Oh boy. So I thought the cloud really worked well on that. And then here I am just punching some hearts out of glitter tape. And I had this idea. I've been trying to think about what can I use. I've got all of this glitter tape in a drawer and I never use it. And I thought, what can I possibly do with that glitter tape? And then I thought I could use my confetti punch to make little glitter hearts. And here I am. And the nice thing about glitter tape is that it is adhesive. It has a little removable backing on it. So I'm putting 3 hearts here because there are 3 children in the photo. I love just the backs of them, the two sisters and then the little cousin kind of struggling to keep up with them. It's cute. And then I'm going to put a heart on either side of the word day. And what am I punching another one? What am I doing? Oh, yes. So then I decided I would sprinkle hearts throughout this whole layout. So I'd put them in a few different places, not just on the 2 Canada Day cards. So I'm going to put one right here on the banner of that card of the car selfie before the airport. They're a little tricky to peel. And then I'm going to put one here on the shopping page. And I guess that's it. And then I'm going to outline this banner, and then I'll come and tell you a little bit about each of the cards and show you what they look like up close. So stay tuned for that. All right, so here are the cards up close. Here's the card about the car selfie on the way to the airport. I like the added touch of the little glitter heart at the very end. I'm glad I decided to do that with the glitter tape. And then this little heart from the cloud is so cute. I love it. And this says, "Live today" in all caps, and that's one of the letter sticker, what the phrase stickers from Life Noted from Pink Fresh Studio. And I really like this card. It's really cute. It says right here, and it's got this funky font. I really like that. And then here is the reading card. So I have one 3x4 card here that has the screen cap of my book that I was reading / listening to, and it says, this book makes me want to read all Stephen King's books. It's true, it really does. There's what the wood veneer looks like, and this is a pretty simple, easy card. I did glue all of my 3x4 cards that go into a 4x6 pocket onto a grid card just to keep them together and make it easy for them to not move around inside of the pocket. My journaling says this: I stopped reading Stephen King in 1992 when I started uni, and when I was done school and ready to read for leisure again, I felt like I should read more grown-up literature. Since then, I've read some Canadian lit, lots of popular bestsellers, and more recently discovered I really enjoy young adult. I picked up Stephen King's On Writing, and it reminded me what a great storyteller he is. And I've actually started a Stephen King book club because of this book. I kind of went online and posted on Facebook that I was interested in rereading all of the classic Stephen Kings, like kind of going back and reading from the beginning, like starting with Carrie. And there were some other people who are interested, so we have a reading group on Facebook, and it's really fun to be reading along with other people. I've never had anybody reading with me before. I've always been a solitary reader, and I've always wished that I had somebody to talk to books about, so this is really fun. So this is the card about shopping, and my other daughter was there with us, but she did not want her picture taken that day. They go through phases, right? And that day, Sophie just didn't want to have anything to do with me taking pictures. So she wanted to shop, but she didn't want any pictures taken. So this is what this card looks like. It's kind of eclectic. It's a little random, but that's cool too, right? The colors are kind of all over the place and crazy, but it's a fun card. The outlining of the journaling pieces is something that I really like to do with sketchy outlines. It makes it look less like a little piece of paper that was snipped up and more like something that belongs on the card. And I just covered up the phrase. I mean, it had this phrase that says, "I think you are the sweetest thing," and I just arranged everything so that the phrase was covered, and it just looks like a regular piece of pattern paper. Then this is the card that says "Choose Happy," and the journaling says, and it's written in light gray because I didn't want, if I journaled in black, it would really compete a lot with the "Choose Happy," and I wanted the "Choose Happy" to remain a strong element on the card, so I journaled in gray, and I didn't underline it, so it would be more floaty and airy. So it says, when the green team didn't have enough players to play the game, Sophie volunteered to play for them. Such great sportswomanship. I'm so proud. And then that's her. Like I said, it's not the greatest photo of soccer, but I wanted it for my book anyways. And then here's the Canada Day card with my stamping. And it says, I guess, family car selfie. And those little glitter hearts really do finish off the card. A nice red and white and black card. And then here's how these layered elements look. And just with the blank grass down there, it was kind of calling for some embellishment of some sort. So this card says, "Things we do." And then it says, and then I just spelled out Ribfest and put the picture of Ribfest. It doesn't really need much more journaling than that. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a scrapbooking page about Ribfest. So I don't really need to give it too much attention in my project life. I just put it in here just in case I don't scrapbook it, because it's very possible that I'll run out of time before I get to do that one. And then here's that filler card with the quote on it, and the heart from my stash, and the washi tape. So again, this washi tape just brings some red down to the kind of like spread it around, and then there's a splash of red here and a splash of red here. It's a little bit of red up here as well, and in these little dots. And then here we have the card with the Snapchat photo and the title. I think I explained that one pretty well. And this one is just a card with doodling on it. I doodled over the doodles that were already there. The easiest doodling of all. So here's what this spread looks like in my book. It complements nicely with the spread for the week before, which is nice. I don't plan them that way, but when you're using kits, it'll tend to work that way if you're repeating a kit from page to page. I just wanted to make a note of something, because I know I had mentioned that I was planning to use my fuse tool to take a bunch of Design A pocket page protectors and turn them into Design Fs, which basically it would involve running my fuse tool here, here, and here. And I was planning to even do it here so that I'd have a bunch that were just 3x4s. And the reason I haven't been doing that is that I think that this is just an easier way to do the same thing. And this seems to work really well. I mean, it takes just a second to do this. And I don't know how long it would take to run the fuse tool on every single page protector, but it seems to me that this just is working fine. So there's no need to change it. I mean, if you don't like the look of some of your cards having a card peeking through and some of them not, then that would be worth doing, right? But for me, I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me to be like that. So I'm just going to leave it. So thanks so much for watching, and have a really great scrappy week.